Biblical Archaeology, 7. Archaeological finds. Biblical City of Ziklag, Pool of Gibeon, Biblical City of Ai, Solomonic Wall. The Bible records the history of the relationship between God and the children of Abraham. Archaeology confirms many of the historical details mentioned in the Bible. In this video series, we discuss various examples. Biblical City of Ziklag, mentioned in 1 Samuel chapter 30 verse 1. After a 12-year study of the entire region, archaeologists say they have found the biblical city of Ziklag near the southern town of Kiryat Gat in Israel. The find, dating to the early 10th century BC, is consistent with scriptural references to the geography of the area. A rural settlement dating to the time of King David among the remains of a Philistine settlement that had been destroyed by fire. The Pool of Gibeon, mentioned in 2 Samuel chapter 2 verse 13 and Jeremiah chapter 41 verse 12, has been located. Biblical City of Ai located, 15th century BC. The biblical city of Ai has been located, and it matches Joshua's story. Identifying Khirbet el-Makater as the site of the city of Ai that Joshua defeated demonstrates the historical reliability of the biblical account of the conquest in the 15th century BC. The Amarna letters, 14th century BC, the earliest reference to the city of David, Jerusalem in this case, 2 Samuel chapter 5, is from the Amarna letters, dating back to the 14th century BC. The letter is a cuneiform tablet sent from Abdi-Heba, ruler of Jerusalem, to the Egyptian pharaoh. The inscription on the tablet references Jerusalem. The Gezer calendar, 10th century BC. The calendar was dated to the middle 10th century BC, probably during Solomon's reign, when Gezer was under the control of the Israelites. 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 16. The Gezer calendar is important because it testifies to the veracity of the biblical narrative on several points, including the historical reality of the united monarchy. Gezer was a Canaanite city for most of its existence. Yet in 1 Kings chapter 9 verse 16 we read that the Pharaoh of Egypt, probably Pharaoh Siamun, had come up and captured Gezer. He destroyed it by fire, killed the Canaanites who dwelt in the town, and gave it as dowry to his daughter, Solomon's wife. Thus Gezer became an Israelite city in the period shortly before the calendar was carved, which would explain the presence of Hebrew writing in what had, until then, been a Canaanite city. The narrative of 1 Kings and these details of the early years of Solomon's reign are thus verified. Also, the name of the person who owned the tablet, Abijah, is a common Hebrew name of the 10th century. In fact, Abijah was the name of both the son of Jeroboam and the grandson of Solomon. 1 Kings chapter 14 verse 1, 1 Chronicles chapter 3 verse 10, both also living in the middle to late 10th century. The name on the tablet thus serves as a further verification of its origin in the time of Solomon. But most importantly, the Gezer calendar attests to the widespread use of writing in ancient Israel. In the Gezer calendar we see that not only was writing present in Israel as far back as the time of Solomon, but that it was widespread enough that it was being taught to children. In other words, Israelite society of the early United Monarchy was highly literate. Discovery of the Solomonic Wall in Jerusalem. A comparison of this latest finding with city walls and gates from the period of the First Temple, as well as pottery found at the site, enable us to postulate with a great degree of assurance that the wall revealed was built by King Solomon in Jerusalem in the latter part of the 10th century BCE. Dig director Eilat Mazar said, "The 19.5-foot high wall and its surrounding complex of a gatehouse and a corner tower were excavated over the past 3 weeks in a dig conducted by the Hebrew University of Jerusalem in the latest of finds linked to the reigns of David and Solomon." Conclusion. Many historical details from the Bible have been confirmed by archaeology. And there is no biblical narrative that has been falsified by archaeology. The Bible can be trusted as a collection of historical documents. Thanks to Michael Moat for compiling this information. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe.